Well, looks like I just created my masterpiece. Baked chicken and protein waffles. You're gonna need chicken, breadcrumbs, egg, smoked paprika, salt. Begin by preheating your oven to 425 degrees. Take some parchment paper, lay it on a baking tray. Put half a cup of breadcrumbs in one bowl and 1 beaten egg in the other. It's okay, beat that thing. Once you're finished, go ahead and take the smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon, and the teaspoon of salt, put it together with your breadcrumbs, and mix, mix, mix. Now take your 8 ounces of chicken and first dip it in your beaten egg and then in your breadcrumbs. Once you're finished, go ahead and put it on the pan. Once that's done, put it in your oven for 20 to 30 minutes. Now let's make the waffles. Whey protein, Greek yogurt, eggs, baking powder, cinnamon. Begin by putting your 2 eggs in a bowl. 2 heaping tablespoons of Greek yogurt next, 2 scoops of whey protein, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of salt. Mix everything up together well. Go ahead and put some non-stick spray on your waffle maker. If you don't have a waffle maker, go ahead and put them on a pan on your stovetop for some pancakes. And go ahead and let them set for about 3 to 4 minutes depending on your waffle maker. Now let's check on our chicken. Golden brown, perfect. So let's go ahead and put it on top of the waffles, cover it in a little bit of agave, and you're done. Baked chicken and protein waffles. These are awesome. Now if you excuse me, I'm gonna take a moment to eat these bad boys. So those took about half an hour to prep and cook. Not too long, but I know there's some of you out there who really have next to no time. You may be a student, you may have a full-time job, you might be juggling family with all of that. So what do? The solution is meal prep. And I want to go over my favorite way of preparing my meals for the week. I present to you the slow cooker. In my personal opinion, the slow cooker is one of the greatest kitchen utensils you can have. What they do is they simmer at a lower temperature over a long period of time. So unlike baking or frying, what you can do is put your ingredients in the slow cooker, set it aside for about 4 to 8 hours depending on the recipe, and then you let it cook. After that, you open it up and it's good to go. It's really, really simple. Someone with little to no cooking or recipe experience can handle it. I know myself included when I first started doing it. It almost seems a little too good to be true, but thankfully it isn't. And it's amazing for meal prep. So let's go ahead and do one of my favorites now. It's very, very simple. All it is some salsa and boneless, skinless chicken. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little bit of the salsa on the base. You go ahead and pour all your chicken in, and then you go ahead and cover it with another layer of salsa. You go ahead and let it sit, if it's frozen, for about 8 hours. If it's already thawed, for about 4 hours. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I got it all in there, and now I'm gonna go hit the gym, and when we come back, we're gonna have ourselves a damn fine recipe. In the book of heavy metal! All right, here we go. Final day of phase 1. Just got to the gym, gonna be hitting shoulders. Grab myself a water out of the trunk. You always wanna stay hydrated. So what I did, because I kept forgetting, so I got a few bulk boxes of water so I can just grab one every single time. Makes it so much easier because I hate forgetting my water. Oh yeah, now I'm ready to go. Just about rush hour. Let's see if Brandon scouted one of those racks. I think that might be Brandon. I don't know, I'm gonna check. What? What'd you do with Brandon? Body snatchers. What happened? What happened to the beard? Rest in peace. You know, Brandon and my dad are a lot the same. As soon as you get used to one look, they go and switch it up on you. I think they may be part of the witness protection program. Yeah, it keeps life interesting. So get that chin check, you know, get a little too close.
I'm missing my whiskers, you know, it's like a cat. Usually I would feel the weight before it, you know, came up and hit me in the chin, but now I'm naked. So just give me a little chin check.
Overhead press, one of the golden 5 compound exercises. The other being deadlift, squats, pull-ups, and bench press. Excellent shoulder exercise, hitting all 3 heads of the deltoids. With this one, you want to keep your feet about hip width apart, your core tight, and as you bring the bar, you want to bob your head out of the way. As Brandon was saying, it's easy to get a little bit of that chin check, so just bob your head out of the way. As the bar passes your head, go ahead and bring your head back to the original position, lock out a top position, and then bring right back down to the clavicle. Hell yeah. Single arm Arnold press. When working this exercise, there's something you gotta do. You can only talk like Arnold, and you can only deliver one-liners. Yeah. Remember when I said I'd work you out last? I lied.
This exercise is fantastic. Yeah.
Give him the air! Come on, Kohagen, you got what you wanted. Give these people air!
It really does work. Face pulls. Want a bit of a face-off.
I guess now the question is, which one of us is John Travolta and which one of us is Nick Cage?
When we start screaming the bees, we'll know.
Bees! It's just too tempting, man. I want to do it too.
Bees! Not the bees!
I guess you could say there's a little Nick Cage in all of us.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh yeah. I've always loved lateral raises. Perfect isolation for that lateral head of the deltoid. And, you know, take it light if you're not too used to it. If you feel any kind of pain, or don't do them at all. But we like them.
I built that up way too much. That was way too over dramatic. I still got a little bit of that Nick Cage left in me, you know, that energy.
Yeah. It's always good to overact a little bit.
You gotta overact. You gotta sell it. Yeah. Visualize. This is a great exercise to use visualization. You wanna imagine you're bringing traps right up to the ear. I don't know, some people might be able to bring it up to the ear. Shit. Not me, not yet. Just gotta imagine yourself, you're a turtle, you know, you're bringing that shell right up to about here. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah. I use straps, but I didn't really need them. Forearms are a bit sore from yesterday, I think it was. What did we do yesterday? Oh, chest. Weird. I don't know why they're sore, but. Common mistake some people make in these is you're not crunching in before you start. So if you just kind of let your upper back rest on the ground and you're doing it, not really gonna be a lot of ab activation other than just your hip flexors activating for your legs. So really make sure you crunch up. Keep your upper back off the ground and push your lower back into the ground, and then go through it. You immediately feel a lot more tension in the abs.
Phase 1's done. Buff Dude post-workout classic. 1 banana, 2 scoops of fat-free milk, 2 scoops of protein, and some chocolate syrup. But I heard the anabolic window was a myth, brah. Hey man, I'm easy to please. I'm like a rat with cheese. You put me in a maze, or in my case, a gym, You tell me I have an hour to work out. My reward is that protein shake. Whew, hell yeah, I'll do it. That thing tastes damn good. And with phase 1 being over, it feels just about right. And that's usually a pretty good indication that it's time to move on, because when you're getting that workout in, you feel good, but you feel like it may be time to take on a little bit of a heavier load. That signals that it's time to move on. And I think both me and Brandon feel the same. He was telling me when we left the gym today that he was feeling about ready to start phase 2, and I'm feeling about the exact same, so we're ready. Back home, and it's time to check on our slow cooker. Something's definitely happening there. So we're gonna unstrap it, see what we got going on. Here we go. Whoa, all right. It smells amazing, that's for sure. But now it's time to check on it. So what I'm gonna do, a little fork here. Let's see if, you know it's good when the chicken just falls apart. That is perfect. So had it on high for about 4 hours. Since I was downtown for quite some time, called my wife up, had her put it on low for 2. So a total of 6 hours, 4 on high, 2 on low. You could easily do it on low the whole time for 8 hours, but I'm hungry. I want to eat. So what we're gonna do now is use another amazing kitchen tool, and it is a rice cooker. Very much like the slow cooker, it's relatively inexpensive and it makes cooking rice very easy. You could definitely also cook rice on the stovetop, but when you cook rice as much as we do, I'm gonna go ahead and use a rice cooker. Went ahead and did 2 cups of water, 1 cup of our big ass bag of basmati rice here. Not really so big anymore, pretty deflated actually. It was 20 pounds, now it's down to about, I'd probably say 1/4 of a pound. But that's the great thing about buying in bulk, because you buy something like this, it makes it a lot cheaper and it lasts a long time. So we're gonna go ahead and let that rice wait. It's gonna be about 30 minutes, then we're ready. Not only to meal prep, but then I also have my dinner good to go too, which is awesome. The rice is good to go. Let's make this meal a reality. So one of my favorite simple recipes using the slow cooker chicken is you take the chicken, you take the rice, you take an avocado, go ahead and whip them all together, stir them really well, and then you can either eat them just like that, which is very tasty in my opinion, or you can grab a tortilla, which I'm doing now, and make yourself a Buff Dudes street taco, slow cooker style. All said and done, it's very cheap, it's very easy, and you can use all the leftovers. You put them in some glass containers or plastic, whatever you prefer. We prefer glass. And then you just throw them in the fridge. I usually do about 4 to 5 days, and you're good to go. Hope that helped. That's a little bit of meal prep. We're gonna continue to do meal prep through the duration of this plan, and I'm excited because next episode, we're gonna be starting phase 2. It's about to get intense, so hold on tight. Until next time, yeah, it's fun.